What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are not working on the G8, even though I will give you guys a little bit of a update on that. I'm doing some stuff inside. If you have me on Instagram, you will see slow progress, and I keep updates on that. But besides that, we're going to be dropping a transmission, hopefully today. It shouldn't be that hard, on a AMG E55. So we are going to be trying something different with pulling the car in, because I've been trying to get, little cameo type shots here and there. I actually have some help today, so we're gonna do this, pull it inside, get it started, hopefully knock it all out like I said today, because I do not want to do this on my day off tomorrow. So let's get it going. Alright, so we're inside, car is in the air. I'm going to show you guys, I don't have my exhaust in here. It's in the back of the truck currently because I was tired of moving it around. I did wastegate mergers. Turns out I may have messed up on those. So for clearance wise, because they sit too close together, I wind up getting some 90s for the G8. So they'll sit kind of like this. And I'm going with twin 44 wastegates. And I started doing this. I recorded a little bit of a slow-mo welding this bottom section. I did this top section today, so it's gonna be a 5-inch to dual 3s because I want dual exhaust still. Then I got a little something going on with that, but that's the update on the G8. This is what we are messing with today. Thank God I actually have the tools for this, and my service, one of my main service managers actually was a Mercedes-Benz technician, and he's had one of these and worked on them before and everything. So this is what you're gonna need. It is a focus E16 reverse torque, E14. This is all based off of his knowledge. And a T60. This is, thank God I had this in my kit. This is going to be for dry shaft. And then he said there's not much for the torque converter, but they are 13s. So we will see what length 13 we need for that. From what it looks like, these are a whole bunch of maybe like 8s to get the splash shield down. I don't need to drop the exhaust, thank God, because that looks like a pain in the ass. So what I'll do is, I don't want to do much talking on this video. It's more like visual and learn. I'll slow it down, speed it up. So I'll just make a slow video and then kind of speed it up while editing in certain spots, so it doesn't take forever. But let's get to work, guys. I'll put you guys on a tripod and let's get it rolling. All right, for those guys that are going to hopefully watch this video, no, I did not unplug the battery because I am a slight bit slow. I'm going to do that once I get to that part that point of disassembling the starter, but that's not anytime soon. I still got to do the trans lines, so I'm gonna get the oil caddy, pull the trans lines out, get the drive shafts rolling, and then take out little things here and there that would hold us up. So let's get it. All right, guys. So a little break. So Mercedes and all their German wisdom. These are the O2 sensors right here. Those are the plugs. You see these little clips on the side. So I thought I could do one at a time. Turns out you can if you have fingernails. I don't, and you're willing to break them. I'm not. So I put a little pry bar, my little panel popper on one side, and I was able to kind of like put my nail a little bit on one side to pop these things out. I mean, I'm not complaining about the idea, but I am at the same time. But it's also German engineering, and this car is way too expensive for me to be able to break anything. So let's get. All right, so unfortunately, I just took a bath. Yeah. That's what happens when a car sits for a long time. All right, show's over. All right, so another tool you guys are gonna have in order to do this, to get the torque converter bolts out, sorry, is a 27. That is going to be for a harmonic balancer. A half-inch ratchet. So I'm going to put the half-inch ratchet on. It's 27. Thank God this is the size. And ratchet that so I can be able to show you guys what the torque converter bolts look like. Alright, so I don't know how it looks sped up, but I did switch out my short 27 for the long one, because that was not going to work at all. So here we go with our first set of torque converter bolts. So you guys get in there and see it. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. There we go, that's a little bit better. So like I said, my manager said it's dual. There we go, better. So it's dual torque converter bolts. There should be 6 of them. So let's get them babies out of there so we get done and then go home. Alright, so before I was rudely interrupted, not rudely, but interrupted, I'm going to take off all the damn trans lines, take off the drive shaft. If I run into anything, I'll get back to you guys. Don't want to make this video super long, even though there's sped up parts, whatever, it's still going to be crazy long to edit too. So I'll do that, get rolling, drop the car, take the battery out, I'll take the battery off the ground. There's a ground set that I gotta take off before I take the starter stuff apart. But in the beginning where I talked about the sockets and everything, I'm gonna add to that just so you guys, if anybody is rolling on trying to do this, you guys know exactly what you need. So yeah, I'm gonna crack all that out and we'll get back to it. Alright guys, here's a little update. You will not have to drop the starter. Therefore, you don't need to necessarily take out the battery. Well, disassemble the battery block. I can say if you are doing this on the floor without major tools or whatever, get you a 1/4 inch with a 3/8 adapter with the 14 reverse whatever this shit is called again, so you can be able to get into tight spots, because I don't want to quite drop or tilt the trans just yet, so I want to get all the surrounding bolts that I can get before I have to take out the 2 or 3 up top. Other than that, it is coming along. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it took way too long for my liking, to be honest with you, but drive shaft is off. Check. Motor trans mount is out. The annoying, I doubt you guys can see that for there's bolts up there up top. Those were annoying. The bell housing bolts all the way. Come on, focus for me, focus for me. Come on. Alright, whatever. It's gonna be a little bit blurry, guys. The bell housing bolts up top were annoying. It's starting to split, so hopefully it wants to come out now, because it did not want to. Hold on. So like I was saying, hopefully it wants to come out now. It did not want to play ball whatsoever with me. When it came to the damn top bell housing bolts, those were a pain in the ass. But I will show you guys what I used, which I'm kind of regretting not getting the longer one off the tool truck when it was on sale. So 3 extensions, longer extensions, to be able to reach up there, to be able to get the 2 bell housing bolts up top. I tried to wrap my arms around, but I didn't want to risk dropping this transmission, so I just put the trans jack under it, and it's for safety precaution. Like I said, I don't want to risk dropping this. It's not mine. I wouldn't want to drop it even if it was mine. But I'm pretty sure my buddy is okay with me, taking some time with doing this. So without further ado, we are going to get the pry bar out, ladies and gentlemen, and we are going to attempt to separate this and balance at the same time. I don't know what it's going to do. I was able to separate the torque converter from the flex plate, which was awesome. There we go, it dropped down. All right, we got some noise. We in business, guys. I think the drive shaft is playing a giant part with it not wanting to move at this current moment, but I wasn't planning on dropping this entire drive shaft. So good thing I'm at the shop. Some people that are gonna want to do this will not have the luxury of having a lift and being able to have this trans jack. Okay, we got got a little problem now. Uh, so the drive shaft set in place. Unfortunately, um, the transmission went backwards and set the drive shaft right in the spot it has to go into. And I'm trying to move it around. I think I might just have to do that. The torque converter is still where it belongs. I'm holding both sides, the front face, and I put the rear trans mount bolts back into the spot. So just a force of habit. I said don't plan on losing anything on this car. So I'm gonna let this down slowly but surely, guys, and see what can we do. I also took the trans lines, loosen all the trans lines, so I can be able to like manipulate them out the way. And the dry shaft is still giving me some problems. Jeez, this is a giant torque converter. This makes the G8 torque converter look like a baby. Once again, let me pull the flashlight out. I don't think I see anything getting stuck besides that drive shaft. We are completely off of the motor. I don't think you guys can see that. I try to like give you guys the best vantage points as possible. I don't know. Well, I doubt if you guys can see that. But what I'll do is I'll sit you over here to make it a little bit better. Let's see. Okay. So like I said, dry shaft once again is giving me the issue because the face of this torque converter is ginormous. And I'm pretty sure it's set in place and it's not coming out. So what is going on here? Oh, stuck. Okay, there we go. Don't need nothing breaking. All right. Okay, let's speed this up. All right. Hopefully, this is gonna work because it is not. This drive shaft is not being fucking. Excuse my language. I don't think any little kids are gonna be. I split my fucking hand open. Shit. Hey, Camille. All right. Fingers patched up. At least let me put on some gloves so I don't soak this gauze bandage. Try to save it until I get home. Okay, so back at it again, guys. I'm assuming the torque converter is in there, in the location it has to be in. It just won't fucking come out. And like I said, this drive shaft is not, helping in any way. Need it to go up and out. But I think it's just pushing on it. It's just creating the pressure in the front. It's like tilted now. See, and I can't tell if I'm gonna be clear in the front or not. You know, because the damn transmission is hanging for dear life right now. Because the torque converter doesn't clear this motherfucking drive shaft. Thank you. Okay, drive shaft's out the goddamn way. Fucking time. Okay. So drive shaft's out the way. I'm hitting on something, guys. I don't know what it is exactly. This fucking trans line, man, it just nothing seems to work right now. Alright. See ya. Maybe. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's clearing the exhaust. It just doesn't want to fucking work for me, guys. I'm not trying to cut my hand again. Okay. So for some reason, you know, these motherfucking trans lines like to just, you know, be in the way everywhere you go. Just that's what they're fucking made for, apparently. Everywhere I go, trans line is in the damn way, holding up something. No matter what I do, I'm trying to figure out what else is holding it up. I mean, dipstick tube is loose. Man, if this shit is just a trans line, I'm gonna kirk out in a second. I don't think it's the. I mean, I could be wrong, and it wind up being the exhaust, but I don't think so. Like the trans line is holding up. Put you guys over here a little bit better. The trans line is holding up right here. I've loosened both trans cooler lines to persuade them to get the hell out of my fucking way. And it's like they don't want to stay right here. This is where I need them. See that, guys? Right here. And no matter what I do, the trans line is going to be in the fucking way. Move you guys again, get a better view. Sorry about all the cursing, but you know, this is the true life of a mechanic. Like, none of that hocus pocus shit you guys see on YouTube or on Facebook. Like, this is what we deal with right here. Just bullshit. Still, move back. There we go. The trans line's clear? Yes. There we go, people. We are out. We are out. Finally. Out of the car. Needless to say, that was a fucking headache. Whew. All right. Bullet points. You don't need to take out the damn starter. These top bolts right here, pain in the ass. I mean, I'm pretty sure the drive shaft is okay, but take your exhaust off if you can. Drop your drive shaft. You will save so much trouble. Or, this is a hard or, I just thought about it, now looking at it. Let me spin this around. Hold it and spin it around. You could just take this bushing off. I took the drive shaft off the bushing thinking it would be a better idea, but obviously it was not. You could just take the bushing off or take the drive shaft bolts out and then take the bushing bolts out so you could kind of move it and it'll give it, what, 3 inches of space, maybe 4 inches in certain spots. That'd probably help you out a lot. This metal is very, I guess, bendable or whatever you would want to call it. Do not graze your hand on this if you are using a pry bar, this part right here, because just like me, you will cut your damn finger open. So with that being said, the transmission is out. I'm going to put it on the floor. If it is not heavy, it probably winds up being heavy, because I am not Superman, as much as I would like to think that. Well, because I don't want to leave it up here. But anyway, I'll figure this out before I go home, which is hopefully in the next few minutes after I clean up some stuff. Lower the car. The trans fluid's just going to leak everywhere. It's probably going to have to get pushed out tomorrow, so it's not in the shop. Like, subscribe if you guys like shit like this. Project build cars, come to the channel. We got way more coming soon. Hopefully, after the G8, the Civic's going to get started. Final sell the Camry. Camry is going to be a big, big undertaking. I got some friends with cars. We'll try to do something with that. But like, subscribe, hit the notification button so you know when we post some videos. We'll see you in the next one.